It's these kitchen sink lots, right? They have literally everything you can imagine. What's going on, everybody? Your boy Emceemur here, and welcome back to another episode of Flea Market Flippin' Side Quest. That's right. I want you to go ahead and drop a like on this video. Go ahead, drop a like. And if this is your first time on the channel, make sure that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show. Be a part of what we got going on here. Side questing today. Headed out to the Goodwill, and I haven't done that in a long time, and there's a reason for that. The Goodwills around here, nothing going on. Literally just nothing. No games. There's a reason for that. Because Goodwills have been sending anything of value off-site to be auctioned online. Just something they're into doing now. In fact, none of the Goodwills around, I think, anywhere within 30 minutes of here have games at all. Just no games. There's no games at all. Nothing game related. Just nothing. So I quit going. You know, I know there's a lot of creators on this platform that go to Goodwills regularly and score cool stuff regularly. So maybe it's not all Goodwills doing it, but at least the ones around here suck. But I decided to stop in anyway because, again, it had been a long time. And you never know if things change, or maybe if things slip through the cracks, maybe they didn't ship something off. I don't know. I just wanted to stop in and look around. It's just as expected, right? I'm walking around here. There's no games at all. Nothing. Not even a copy of Wii Fit. I mean, just nothing. There's plenty of DVDs. Tons of DVDs if you're into that. But I don't know. I don't have any luck with selling DVDs. I've bought DVDs. They show selling for one price. You undercut that and they just sit there forever and ever and ever. They're just very slow movers. They're nothing I care to mess with. Now, there's always the off chance you see a DVD that you want. And, you know, every so often I do. But, yeah, just not seeing anything of any value here and nothing that I have to have. The electronics section usually has at least a controller or two, sometimes a power supply for a console that I need on the cheap, but this is nothing. Just a bunch of old, straight up garbage. Just straight garbo, diarrhea. Nothing going on here. But hello, out of the blue, or should I say the green, here is an Xbox One Thrustmaster racing wheel sitting here, the Ferrari wheel. So yeah, okay, so here's something at least game related in here. This is why I stopped in, because again, something's got to slip through the cracks sooner or later, and this is a big something. I mean, at a glance, looking in the box, it's in fantastic condition. I just don't see the base that goes beneath the wheel for it to sit, you know, on the table or whatever. But I mean, how expensive could that possibly be? It's a piece of plastic. The main meat and potatoes is here, and it doesn't look like it's ever been used. It's in the box, and they got this thing priced at only $10.99. Again, it needs a part, but I mean, if this thing is working, I mean, even just the wheel by itself can bring upwards of 70 bucks. When these things originally dropped, I think they were like $179 at our GameStop. I'm taking a shot downfield on this thing. The rest of the Goodwill looked like straight up dookie and smelled like it too, so, you know, heading on to something else. I got a lead on a junk/antique shop, you know, nearby, and it's been a while since I've been into one of these things. And I gotta tell you, if you've been in these kinds of stores, and you see people that go into these kinds of stores, Retro Rick, old Retro Rick, man, he goes into a lot of these stores, and they're super cool to just look around, even if you don't end up buying anything in these places, because it's like, it's these kitchen sink lots, right? They have literally everything you can imagine. So I wanted to walk around this place regardless of whether or not they had games, and the tip was that at one point they did, just don't know if they still do. So it's worth a walk around, right? And again, I'm seeing everything you can imagine, right? They've got, you know, cool old vinyl and CDs and, you know, antique dookie, and they even had a pretty cool vintage lunchbox section, which is always cool. Really digging the He-Man stuff here, and it was hard not to get a He-Man lunchbox because I don't have one. But everything was priced accordingly, if you know what I'm saying. We had some serious eBay comparisons going on, so I don't know. Again, it's cool to look at, have it right in front of you, but not prices I would pay on most of this stuff. And eBay pricing is certainly not a good omen if we actually find games in here, which I did not. But what I did find was the DVD rack, where the games probably would have been had they had any. And again, looking through the DVDs, I mean, I checked the prices on these things, and even the ones that you think would be worth something, they're like $3, $4, and $5 online. Ain't even worth mailing for that. So it's just not something that I mess with. I know some people have luck with those things, but I've just had no luck moving DVDs. But like I said previously, if you see ones you actually want, that's a different story. And they've got some pretty nice condition Big Bang Theory season DVDs here, which I'm trying to collect all of because the box sets are expensive, the Blu-rays are expensive, I don't even necessarily have to have that, so here are these. If you remember on a flea market episode not that long ago, I picked up a couple of seasons for like, I don't know, what was it, $0.25 a piece? Done. So I don't know what she's asking on these DVDs, but yeah, these are in good condition. I wouldn't mind picking up a few of these I don't have. How much you getting on these DVDs?
They come from right here.
Yes, ma'am.
They're $2 each.
$2 each? Okay. $2, I'm in. I'll take them. And again, unfortunately, there's no games here, but I asked about the games. The shop owner said that she does get them from time to time, just doesn't have any right now. So she took my information and said that she would let me know when she got some games or game-related stuff in, and that's a great thing to do. If you stop somewhere and you don't have any luck, and you ask and then you still don't have any luck, make sure they get your digits, because they may get stuff in later. They may just give you a buzz. So I'm back at the Mur Cave and I'm ready to test out this racing wheel, and I gotta tell you, the first thing that came to my mind as I was walking out with that thing is Forza Horizon 5, because that dropped not too long ago and it's on Game Pass. So I mean, what reason does anyone have not to play this game? And knowing what I know about it, knowing how much, you know, great things I've heard about this game, I still wasn't ready for what I saw. I mean, burning your retinas out. The graphics are absolutely stunning. I have never seen a racing game as beautiful as this. The wheel works really good. It still needs that base ordered. I mean, it won't stay up on the table that well, but what I was concerned about was, of course, the functionality. All the buttons are working, the D-pad, it feels good, and there's just virtually no wear. The instructions were still sealed in plastic. I don't even know if anybody used this. They might have just opened it and lost the part. I don't know, but the base is missing. The pedals are nice, and a lot of pressure there and pushing them. Feels good, feels stiff, feels new. And that's what I was really hoping for here, was that again, the meat and potatoes of the operation are in good condition. And if I get the piece for this thing, it's going to be hard to talk myself into selling this, because it is pretty cool and it's fun to play racing games like this. I know the kids will get into it. Once I show it to them, they won't let me sell it, but it's worth a good bit more than I paid, even without the part. So the business end of me says go ahead and move this thing out, but I'm really enjoying Forza Horizon 5. I urge any of you to download it on Game Pass if you haven't already, and if you don't already have Game Pass, just get it. What, $15 for a month just so you can spend a couple of weekends wailing on this? This game is fantastic. Really loving it, and hopefully I can get the part for this wheel and really get the full experience going there. So, not a bad side quest, not a huge score or anything, but then again, a valuable item and a new potential connection made. So again, these are all bits and pieces leading up to big wins and big scores on down the road. And you know that I love to share each and every one of these adventures with you. Recently, I got a shout out from my man John Riggs, the head surgeon on the team of Open Cart Surgery. If you haven't heard of this guy, I'd be surprised. He was doing a presentation on YouTubers to watch in 2022, and apparently I made the cut. So it was pretty cool to hear my name mentioned on that show. For any of you that aren't familiar with John Riggs, I'll put a link to his channel down in the description of this video, but most of you know who I'm talking about. Good old Riggs, he's been around, he's done that. Again, the Open Cart Surgery, and some of the most intuitive top 10 vids that you can think of when it comes to gaming and stuff surrounding gaming. So he does some interesting things. Appreciate him giving me a shout out, so I'm shouting right back at him. Hey, but again, this may not be the biggest score that we've had, but it's back to the Flea for next week's episode, and I'm going to take you on yet another thrilling hunt. And the weather's getting cold, the air's getting crisp, but the sellers are still coming out, and there's still deals to be had. There's still retro out there. There's still valuable new games sitting out there. Hardware, consoles, collectibles, toys. Who knows what else we're going to find on this show, but you're going to know because you're going to tune in next week. Hope that you like this video. If you haven't already done so, I hope you're going to drop a like on this video. If you haven't already done so, I hope that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show. Be a part of our nation because we're rising up all the fantastic things we do right here on the show. You need to be a part of our nation that you smack that notification bell so you're always the first to know when new content goes live, content just like this Flea Market Flippin' side quest video right here. You know I love making them for you each and every time. So much action coming your way, you can't stand it. Emceemur signing off for this fantabulous episode, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.